Alrighty, knuckleheads. Today we're going to do a video on what's going on in the world, but over in China, and what the one world government really is expecting of us, and how to control us and everything. So it should be a whale of a good show. Just wacky stuff. I also want to say, hey, we're still supporting the Canadian truckers. You know how it goes. A lot of people, mass psychosis. A lot of people, these truckers are waking up. A lot of people. And, we got to be nice to the people that have fallen into this brainwashed mentality that all this control and everything is for our safety and everything. We know it's all for control. But a lot of people, they just don't get it yet. So they'll wake up over time and see the truth. I mean, we here where I live, no masks, no lockdowns, no nothing, and we're all doing fine, because we're not buying into the fear. We just said, knock it off. And good thing we have a great governor that's opened up everything and said, yeah, we're not playing that game anymore. Now, your big companies, they're still requiring their employees to do it, not the people there, but the employees. I feel sorry for them because, they don't want to wear it, but they have to, because some people do. Some people are still brainwashed, but you get my drift, okay? But mass psychosis is real. And where am I going with this? I'm kind of scattered. Let's get out to some pictures to start this off, okay? Now, this is what's going on over in the Olympics. Look at this. If you want a beer, this guy will come up. He's decked out like they are in the Wuhan lab, right? He's all dressed to the nines and everything, handing you a beer. Plastic gloves, taped up, full facial, plastic suits. Why, people? Why are they doing this when over here we're not doing this and we're fine? But it's all mass psychosis. And see, the Chinese have been controlled and communist for a long time now. And they are conditioned already. I mean, for one thing, they know if they don't go along with this, bad things are going to happen. They're going to knock them down into society and they're going to be peons. So they have to do what their leaders tell them. But it's conditioned. And, the people getting served aren't wearing all this, but they're like slaves. They have to do this and be this way. They don't want to, but they are. Now, some are, they think that they're going to die if they don't do this, and that's kind of sad. But let's move on to the next picture. I guess this is where, at the Olympics, you go in, the main entry port, and look, they even got the things where I'm surprised they don't even have the rubber, boots that you got to stick your hands in, to do stuff. But man, they got cleanser. Again, why whenever this is all not as bad as what they're all eating? It's because they want to get in your brain and the mass psychosis, and they want to get it out even to the world that this is a really bad thing. That's why they got Tom Hanks and the NBA to play along to start the mass psychosis here in America. And trust me, people bought it. They put it out. They got their controlled Fauci guy and everything spouting off his crap, and people bought into it. I never bought into it. I was like, I know what this is for. This is to bring down a sitting president and to usher in the one world order and the leaders and get their way. I knew that from the start because I'm not dumb. So I was like, yeah, whatever. This is all for control. I'm not buying it. And the more people go back to normal, this is really actually what's, going on. People, the streets aren't lined full of bodies and stuff like that. Let's go on to another picture. Here we are. We got another guy here, Look at the elites. The elites are over there eating, no mask, doing their thing, while this poor guy over here, controlled by the Communist Party, has to wear all that crap. Now, think about it. If this guy had a brain, he'd be like, taking it all off, saying, I ain't doing this no more. Look at those people over there. I ain't buying into this crap. But then, he's in a communist country, so he can't do that. And we don't want that here in America. All right, let's keep continuing on here. Okay, these are, while that's going on in China, the following countries announced the cancellation of all quarantine procedures, corona tests, and compulsory vaccination, and considering corona just a seasonal flu, which is what I called it from the beginning. They were using the regular flu with the tests that they had to scare you, thinking that it's something worse than it is. But so now they're back. It's just a seasonal flu, which by the way, got to get you a pair of these 80s headsets to be official. All right. So here we go. We got Turkey, Brazil, Britain, Sweden, Spain, Czech Republic, Mexico, El Salvador, Japan, and Singapore are saying no more. We're done, So just saying, And then, China's going ballistic still. We know why. And I got more coming up in the show to show you why they're still pushing this. But let's keep going here. All right. Now, the Georgia Guidestones, I'll show you a full picture here in a second. Are they, some whacked out rich guy put these Georgia Guidestones in. And one of the things they want to do is maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, whatever, But, listen to all these things that they say. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. That's what Bill Gates is always pushing. So I'm not saying he put these stones in. Nobody knows. But boy, Bill Gates and the other people out there, this is what they want. And it says, unite humanity with a living new language, the one world order, because then, the devil, he has to have one world and be in control of it all. So, this goes right along with, their plan and everything is to have a one world order. Okay. Rules, passion, faith. Rule, passion, faith. Nobody rules my faith. I rule my faith, people. Don't come in here and try to tell me how my faith is going to be, or even my neighbor or the guy across the street. That's not going to happen. But that's what they want. Okay, let's go. And here they are. These are the things, it's weird. It's almost like they have to project what they have to do in order to do what they want to do. It's like some kind of devil law. I don't know. It's kind of weird. All right. So, are you getting my drift here, people? That wake up. The trucker guys over here, the truck convoy people have woke up. There's it used to be just a few. Now, well, I wouldn't say that. The majority of the people never bought this, but the leaders of that are being controlled by the one world order have passed down the laws, and everybody's been kind of going along with it, thinking, okay, this will end. It's not ending unless the people stand up, truckers, and end it. Say no more mandates. We want freedom. We're not China. We don't want to wear that garbage that I just showed you on the pictures before. All right, now you say, once the one world leaders get down to about 500 million people, it's easier to control, okay? It's hard to control lots of people. But if you get down to 500 million people, and most of them are elites, they get their own beach fronts. They get their own ski resorts, and stuff like that. They just divvy up all the nice stuff amongst themselves. And so most of the 500 million are going to be the elites. But you say to yourself, well, who's going to be their servants and everything like that? I've got you on that. They don't want to grow the food and work hard and everything, but they want something that they can control, And what better than, let's get out of here. Maybe not. Hold on, people. All right. Alright, I gotta turn off the desktop audio here. Stand by. And alright. I don't want to get any copyright laws or anything like that. So here you go. Robots. Look at this. Over at the Olympics, these servers come down. They make the food all by themselves, people. It goes in here, it makes it, then it gets sent up into the ionosphere. No, the ceiling of the restaurant, and it's brought out to the people automatically on these conveyor belt things. And then they drop out of the ceiling to the people that are surrounded by all these plexiglass. It's so dehumanizing. It's incredible. But the elites, look at these things. Look at this. This is crazy. It just drops out of the ceiling, comes down, and you get up and eat it, man. And it's like, come on now. And guess what? That's one less employee they need. Now, look, check out this. This is a bartender at the Olympics here. I don't, they still have a couple humans there just in case something malfunctions or something for now. Pretty soon, people. So you're going to be elite. You're going to come in and be like, boy, we got done skiing today. I need a drink. And these robots are going to come and serve your drink up to you. And guess what? They never go on strike. They'll never rise up against their leaders. They'll never form a convoy to say, hey, I don't like this. So that's how they're going to do it. I'll try to talk here while, you got more things, more I'll just loot this in the background. But look at this, here's a room service in hotels over there in China. See, this little robot zips along and delivers your room service. Noodles from the ceiling. Here we go. This keeps repeating. I just grabbed a couple shots just to show you guys how ridiculous this is. But you think to yourself, if you can think ahead in time, think ahead in time. How's the world going to be with all this stuff? Yeah, they're not going to need you people, right? And the robots can make robots. And once the robots make the robots, then they don't even need any humans to exist. Now, they at least don't want to get rid of humanity, like, Star Trek and Star Wars or whatever it is. They don't want to get Star Trek. Yeah, that's it. With the Borgs and stuff like that. They don't want to get rid of humans. What they want to do is just have robots so that they have, slaves that don't fight back. And they don't want robots to take over the world. It's just so the elites can have their fun and have all the niceties of the world without having to deal with people and people wanting to have lives too. Here it's just the elites having their fun and going out to dinner and doing all this stuff. But they have to plan it to get to this point. And boy, their plan is next step, next step, next step, next step. And before you know it, what I say is going to happen will happen unless the people, like the trucker convoy, rise up right now and say, no, we want humanity. And we are just as important as the elites out there. And we want a life too. And and we believe in God, and we want to live, in a godly world where everybody is equal. Okay? Be nice to the people out there that are brainwashed people. They're going to come along slower than the rest of us. They're going to be like, no, this is all good. Look at this. This is cool and fancy and hip. And, look at that. That's serving us, not knowing that is putting them in an you don't need you anymore position. And trust me, there's going to be robots to fix the robots. There's going to be robots to build the robots. And you're just going to have no life. And they'll figure out a way to get rid of y'all. But we know that humanity as a whole can stop this if we all come out of our brainwashed cocoon and start realizing what's happening. Do like the truckers are doing. And we know the media is owned by the state and the deep state. So you're not going to get the truth. They're trying to paint those people as evil and all this stuff. But if you go on there, I'll put a link down below. The guy I've been following, Roaster, I don't, I'm terrible with names, but he's been reporting on this and walking the streets. There's no violence. They're all just partying, having a good time. Nobody's beating up the businesses or anything. In fact, the businesses are loving it because they've gotten more business because Ottawa has more people in it out and about than since this pandemic started. There are more people going into their shops and doing business. And trust me, the business people are not sitting there going, oh, this isn't fair and everything. So there you go. Post-pandemic dining right here. Oh, I don't know if you want me to keep rolling on this crazy stuff, but this one's kind of boring. But this one isn't the Olympics so much. Just showing how people are getting their food now by robots and stuff. And yeah, that's it, people. They want to dehumanize you. They almost want you to be where you don't want to live. They don't, I don't know. I just, I like going down to Roberts here in my little town, El Reno. I like going over to Roberts Grill, onion burger. So if you're on Route 66, go to Roberts Grill. They serve these delicious onion burgers and conies that are special conies, only, with chili and slaw. They're really good. But, I sit down and I say hi to the owner. And he says hi back. He already knows what I want to order most of the time. And heck, if he screws up my order, oh well. It's humanism, being human. I'd rather maybe once in a while get a burnt burger, and which you won't at Roberts. Trust me, you're gonna get a good burger every time. I'm just using that as an example of I want the human interaction. I don't want to be served by robots. I want to interact with the people that I do business with. And, we got to get back to that. Small businesses, they need to come back. And we got to forget this one world order crap. Alrighty, people. Let's go ahead and come out full screen here. Thank you for joining me. And I want to thank you. Share this if you want to. And again, like I say, let's be kind to the people that are brainwashed, going along with all this one world order. We know it's the Bill Gates, the Rockefellers, who else? In 2009, they all had a meeting to, really kick this all off. I'm trying to think of names. Soros, all the big name people, Turner, they all got together in 2009 and said, hey, we got to hash this out. Oh, what, and somebody, put up the guide stones in that group. We know that. So that's what they want, people. They're pushing it. We know that Bill Gates wants to depopulate the world. He always says it's going to make it healthier and yada, 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 yada. So we know the plan. But my message here too is you can't be mad at the brainwashed people, or else they'll just get even more whacked out. And it's going to be hard to get some of them out. But I think this year is going to be an eye-awakening of what their plans were. And a lot of truth is going to come out. A lot of things that you didn't know about happening behind the scenes that I'm telling you about are actually going to come out in true documents. You follow the money, and a lot of things are going to come out to the forefront. And hopefully that will start brainwashing the mass psychosis people out there that fell for all this crap and love it. They're like, oh, we love it, but the hardworking people get it first. The truckers, construction, most of those people have already been like, yeah, we know the plan, and we're totally awake to it, and we want our freedom back. So that's good. There's hope out there, people. Well, like I say at the end of all my videos, go support. I keep on pointing out, go support, people fighting for the freedom, because they're right. The other people are wrong.